It's like the best coffee I've ever had in my life.
Oh, yeah? You like it?
I've had 7 already.
Welcome to Puerto Rico again. Once again.
Always love to be here. This is the first time I've talked to anybody without hearing their music in 15 years.
No way.
You gonna play me some stuff?
Yeah.
Let's go!
Yeah, of course.
I'm excited to hear this music.
First of all, I need my phone. Do you have,
Yeah, I do. I do.
Please.
Let me get my stuff.
It's true. On the rarest of occasions, I flew to Puerto Rico at the end of last year to interview Bad Bunny, having not even heard his new album. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't even finished. Now it is, and we all have, and we know it was worth it. Absolute fire. So let's get into the making of it with the one and only iconic Bad Bunny at home in Puerto Rico.
All right.
Si tú lo quieres, lo tienes que mover, lo tienes que mover, lo tienes que mover, lo tienes que mover, lo tienes que mover.
What?
That's the first song.
Bro, what is that?
That's the first song.
That is crazy.
Thank you.
What is at the beginning? What's the...
The original song is Un Verano en Nueva York. I'm not sure, but I think it's from the 70s. Del Gran Combo de Puerto Rico is like one of the biggest salsa band from Puerto Rico. They still play and they like legends and
Bro, you flipped that
so
crazy.
It's a famous song. It's like very iconic song,
Right.
especially in New York.
Yeah.
At the summer, because he's talking about Un Verano en Nueva York. It's like summer in New York. I had this song a long time ago, and I was waiting for this moment to
flip it?
yeah.
Completely crushed it. Can I hear another one?
Thank you, of course. So I'm gonna show you the first 3 songs.
Uh-huh.
That one is like we're in New York, but now I'm gonna take you to Puerto Rico, and then we're gonna stay here. Voy a llevarte pa' PR. It's like I'm gonna take you to PR.
Ay, voy cazando y muero perreando. Voy cazando y muero perreando. Voy cazando y muero perreando. Que bailen todas las gatas, no fuimos al garete. Estás escuchando el que más le mete. No le mames, suéltate el grillete. Ponte en 4 que te voy a dar fuerte. Ponte en 4 que te voy a dar fuerte.
This is like a very basic reggaeton, but is the basic reggaeton to go. Ya, che, ¿cómo lo llamo? Como que yo escucho esa canción y es como que de chinchorreo. El reggaetoncito I call this like reggaeton jíbaro. To me, that sound is like a very simple reggaeton that sometimes people want to, like artists, and that's okay. Like they wanna make very complicated the sound, and they sometimes forget about just the basic sound that people love.
You sound super connected.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm a better artist every day, and I'm gonna show you.
One more?
Yeah,
What's this called?
Baile Inolvidable, Unforgettable Dance. This one is my favorite one. It's like a dream come true.
No te puedo olvidar, no te puedo borrar. Tú me enseñaste a querer, me enseñaste a bailar. Yo con cualquiera me puedo acostar, pero no con cualquiera quiero despertar. Solo con usted yo bailo.
Wow, man. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was emotional.
Yeah.
For me, as a listener, I can't imagine how that has been for you to make.
I think it's one of my best experience ever creating music. Well, I have a lot of great moments creating music, but definitely this one is top 5 best moment of my life creating music, because it's a very special. It's a song that I had in my mind for like maybe 2 years. The whole composition, the whole song, it was in my mind way before the song was created. So now that I can listen to it,
You realized it.
realize is one of the best feelings ever. The whole song is made with new young musicians from Puerto Rico. Like all of them are like 20 years old, 21, 22. Like they're really young kids straight from the La Escuela La Libre de Música. It's like the public music school from Puerto Rico. So the whole process was like see them bringing that passion and energy, the motion,
It's like so emotional to listen to because
Yeah.
everybody is playing at such a passionate and high level. Mm-hmm. And there's so much belief.
and you can feel it.
You can feel
You can
it.
feel it that this song, these guys are really giving everything on the song, giving their soul, their passion, their heart. And you can feel it. And that's what I really love.
I can feel it in everything that you're doing on the record so far. The songs you just played me cover three very distinct areas, but there's a through line here, which is here. And you've always been here, but I feel like somehow, and you tell us, but there's been a deeper connection that has been formed or something.
Yeah, it is. And you just listen to 3 songs.
Yeah, I'm scared.
There's more. And I like that you said that right now. Like I always been here, but now you can feel like a different and deeper connection with this project. I was saying the other day, sometimes when you're far from something, you can see it better.
Yeah. Someone said to me, you have to leave sometimes to be able to come back.
Yeah.
Truly appreciate it.
And there's a lot of things from not only from my country and my culture, because I always been appreciating my country and my culture and my people, but also from my personal life, from my career, from everything. Things that I now really appreciate more than before. I've been living a lot of new experience. Last 2 years, I met a lot of people from different countries, from different culture, and I had to share my culture and my circunstancia, como que las circunstancias de lo que se vive aquí en Puerto Rico. It's not the same talk to another Puerto Rican about Puerto Rico, or also with another Latino about your country, but talk to people from USA, from Canada, from Russia, from Germany about your country. You start to understand another thing that you oh wow, fuck, this is crazy. And see how people react to the things that you are telling to them is mind blowing, and all that things made me think about who I am and what I really represent. Because I always say I represent my country, my people around the world, but now I think I have another purpose. You know what I mean? Like,
Is that to say that you've come to terms with your success so that it no longer drives you as much as it would have done in the first 5 to 10 years, that you have enough distance from what success means, you know? Number one this, number one that, award here, award there, world's biggest artists are great. But this is more important, right?
yes, that's what I feel, that's what I mean, that's what I want to say to the world, but especially to my people. Being here was my dream. I always dreamed que mi música se escuchara en el mundo entero y que la gente apreciara lo que yo hago. But I was asking to myself, what is the reason to me be here? Like, what is the reason to me be in this position? Like, number one, on this, breaking these records. What's next? A lot of artists, they go crazy thinking about what next, because they think the next thing is just I don't know, break more records, or be bigger and no, now stadiums, no, now we're gonna go to the moon. I don't know how,
Yeah.
And I realized that there's other things that you need that sometimes are more important than that, and that's the next level.
I always look at it when you're chasing something and your eyes are on success or ambition or whatever it is you're chasing, and then you get it, you start getting chased by other people. And the only thing that breaks that spell, I've noticed in the arts, is when people come home. No one's going to chase you here. They just want you to be happy, right? At the end of the day, like they want you to be proud of where you're from and build what you've built here. Do you feel like it's a different kind of chase? You're looking for something new now.
Yeah. Also, I just want to enjoy. I want to enjoy my life, what I'm doing, and create music and do the same thing that I've been doing, because I know that there's a lot of people that listen to my music that they want something, and I think that's what I'm doing with this project. It's like a deeper journey to show people who really I am, where I come from, and everything that you said. I just love everything that you said, because I'm grateful that people can understand what I'm trying to say with this project, and you only listen to 2 songs and you already got it. So
Oh, it's deep. The music is beautiful and deep. And
yeah.
it sounds like you've been reflecting on the people in your life too. Have you been reflecting on your history, on your life, on your family?
Yeah, definitely. I'm still young, but I just turned 30. And I remember when I turned 20, I was depressed. I thought that I was going to die. It was the end of my life. I was, oh my God, I'm 20. I'm a fucking old man. I'm about to die. This is the end. I remember
What was going on in your life at the time? What was happening?
I was a student. I was a normal guy, studying and working on the grocery store.
You were unfulfilled.
I'm a very emotional person, and sometimes I overthink everything. So I'm just learning to not to think too much, and just trust in the life, in God, in the process, and in everything, and enjoy the moment. But now I'm 30, people start to ask you like, when you gonna marry, when you gonna have kids, when you gonna, and is you start to think like, am I wrong? Like, and there's a lot of thoughts that start to come to your mind. And yeah, definitely, I've been reflexionando sobre mi vida, sobre mi historia, and also about my career. I'm what I've been doing all these years. I'm about to turn 10 years in the industry, and that's fucking crazy, because sometimes I feel that I'm a rookie. This is my first year. This is my first album to me,
Well, in some ways it is, because if you think about Un Verano Sentí, right, and how that album is in the Apple Music's 100 best albums of all time. And I think at the time when you spoke to Ebro, you said, I've made my best album. When you make an album you love as much as that, you love as much as that, in a way it frees you, doesn't it?
Un Verano Sin Ti is one of the best thing that I ever created. So I felt free creating that album more than the other ones. Más que sentirme libre, I think that I found myself creating that album When I made the mambo, después de la playa, I really found myself and my sound and what I really like to do and to. So now that I know what make me feel happy, let's do it and let's explorarlo y sentirme libre de hacer lo que what I want and what I really feeling.
Let's talk about the making of this album and where you made it. I know environment's important to you. Did you make it in Puerto Rico?
100%. There's a couple songs that I record in Nueva York. I said, like, I remember I had to work because I wanted to finish the album, but I said, I don't want to record any song out from Puerto Rico. So I was working on Happy Gilmore and Cut Steel in New York. So I stayed for 2 months in New York. So I was like, the only place that I'm gonna record beside Puerto Rico is gonna be New York. So I was staying in this house, and they had like a office, and we went to a Puerto Rican souvenirs shop. We filled the whole office there was like 2,000 flags and coquí, and it was the most New Rican place ever. And I record a couple songs there. I think like 2, maybe 3, but the whole album was made here.
So let's talk about life here. Look, people are going to love seeing you around. But if you want to go to like a Residente show, like just hypothetically,
Yeah.
and jump around and smash a beer can on your head, no one's going to bother you too much, right? They're happy you're here having a good time, right?
Yeah, I remember the first time that I came here. I came here by myself, alone. I parked right there. You can't park there because the public transportation.
Yeah, you took
that's there, so you can't park there. So I said, "Fuck it, I don't care," because I remember before that
Yeah.
time, the last time that I went to a place by myself,
Yeah.
alone.
And life had changed, right? So you're like, how is this what's going to happen?
Yeah, what's gonna happen? And I felt so good that since that day I started to go to not to everywhere. I know where to go, but I have this dream. Someday my life can be like everywhere, going everywhere where I want and share with the people. And yeah, I know that always there gonna be people that are gonna ask me for a picture, or I'm happy with people saying hi and talk to me and have a conversation.
Isn't it just about people treating you like a human being, though?
Yeah. That's what I want. That's what and people, I think they feeling it.
This
They
is
feeling
human,
it.
right? Thank you. Love your music. This
Yeah. Yeah, that's
is
weird.
not human.
That's weird. Also, if you want a picture, you can ask for a picture. But no one has privacy, right? In this time, famous people, no famous people, no one has privacy today. You can see someone like eating, I don't know, the coffee, and he's drinking in a weird way. Sometimes start to record. So that is a bigger. That problem is bigger than mine, I think. But let know to the people that I'm a fucking human like them.
And you live here, man. Like,
And I live here. I don't want to move. There's a lot of artists, and when they turn big, they move to other places because they feel that they can't be anymore around. But I don't want to do that. Yeah, I like another place. I like New York, and I wanna have a place there, just to go a couple weeks, couple months. I don't know, and also I don't know. Someday I wanna a house. I don't know, Switzerland, qué sé yo. But I want to live here. forever. That's. I remember when I was a kid, and my mom, she bought a ticket to go to New York and to Connecticut and to visit family. And when she told us to the family, you know what? Like a surprise, we are going to USA. I start to cry. I was 12 and I start to cry, but cry because I didn't want to leave. I was, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to live here. I always gonna be here in Puerto Rico. And my parents was laughing like, what the fuck? This guy is crazy. Like, yo, we're gonna come back. It's just for 2 weeks. Now I'm traveling around the world the whole time and always. So yes, but it's like a feeling that I always been feeling my whole life.
Your friends? You've got friends living around here. You have a lot of friends still here. How old is your oldest friendship?
20 years.
20 years.
Jomo es de mis amigos más viejos. He is one of the guys that are drinking beer with me in the beach.
You met him when you were 10. You know him that long.
Yeah. So he's él es el más, de mis amigos, el más tiempo. En español se dice esa frase. Más, mi amistad más longeva.
What kind of childhood did you have, man, with your parents? Like, you've created such an amazing creative life for yourself. Was it a creative household? Was it a reaction to a strict upbringing? Like, what kind of upbringing did you have as a kid?
I had a beautiful childhood, I think. I lived with my parents, both of them. Thanks God that they're still alive. I went to public school. My mom was very strict with the grades, and my dad was always making, us laughing and making jokes. And so I could say that I had a very happy childhood, very familiar. Siempre compartía with my grandparents, with my uncles, aunties, my cousins. Si tú me preguntas de mi niñez, en verdad recuerdo como una muy linda, familiar, nunca me faltó nada. Obviamente mis papás, papi y mami trabajaron para que no nos faltara nada, y vi el esfuerzo de ellos. I saw how they worked so hard to give everything to us, to me and my brother. So
Did that affect your ambition coming from a household that was built on a foundation of hard work? Did that kind of drive you to want to achieve things in your life?
maybe. I know, I'm sure that I learned a lot of things from my parents, like la responsabilidad y la puntualidad. I learned that from my mom. My mom was like a psycho she always wanted to be in places like 10 minutes before. So I'm always the first one and everywhere.
Yeah, you're on time today. Do you know how rare it
I'm
is for
always
artists
on
to be on
time.
time?
Yeah, I like to respect the other time. I know that you came here from far. I know that you really, so I don't want to make you wait for me. And artists don't understand that. Ellos no entienden eso. La gente está acostumbrada, los artistas llegan como que papi a la hora que les saque los cojones. Y yo yo siempre estoy a veces 10 minutos, y a veces tengo if I have like a dinner at 8, I'm there like 7:40.
Wow.
Waiting, and then I feel like a dumb, like fuck, I'm the dumbest artist of all times. And my dad was like, he always was helping others and giving to the others in the neighborhood. Like, I remember, yo tenía unas tenis que ya no usaba y él venía y se las daba, pero ni me preguntaba. A un chamaquito que le hacía falta o algo. My dad was always giving and helping like the people from the neighborhood, and that part of me, like, to give to the others, definitely learn from my dad. And
Yeah, because you've been doing that from dot. A lot of people tend to start a philanthropic experience once they've reached a certain threshold. I feel like Good Bunny and what you've been doing, you started even before you reached the most amount of people.
Mhm.
That it was a priority very early on.
Mhm.
What has been the most vivid and overwhelming experience for you since you started Good Bunny?
I told you before, like, I always overthinking everything. Cabrón, como que no, yo quise hacer mucho más, pero hay cosas que no tienen, no es que no quiero decir que no tienen solución, pero el no poder, a veces me pongo a sobrepensar y digo, ya lo cabrón, en verdad yo quisiera arreglar el mundo entero de una, pero es imposible. Also, something that I really think about is when you try to do positive things to change people's life, neighborhood life, to try to push young people to do good things and positive things, and see how the whole system work backwards. Es ver como uno tiene tantos proyectos y tantas cosas lindas y tantas cosas buenas que quiere hacer por la comunidad, por el país, por las cosas, y ver cómo a veces el sistema, el gobierno parece que trabajara al contrario de todo eso. Cuando se supone que no sea así, se supone que yo simplemente sea como que un refuerzo bien cabrón de eso. Esas son de las cosas que más me chocan. Y a veces me siento bien cuando aportan de una manera positiva y dice, coño, por lo menos. Pero es como que. Entonces uno quiere como que aplaudir, pero es que no, cabrón, no va a aplaudir porque es que se supone que se haga eso y mucho más. Entonces, esas de las cosas que me chocan. Y sí, el no poder ayudar a todo el mundo, yo quisiera poder ayudar a impactar todas las vidas posibles, pero es imposible.
What I love so much every time I come here is just the spirit of this place and how strong the identity is of this place of Puerto Rico. And the fact that it's kind of considered technically like an unincorporated part of the mainland of the United States, but how that sort of influenced the mentality of the people and of your generation by generation as you grow up in terms of your identity.
Yeah, we are about to turn, like, ¿cómo se me olvidó estos números en inglés, cabrón? Para que tú veas el flow. Cabrón, como 130 años de ser parte de los Estados Unidos. And we're still Puerto Rican. Seguimos teniendo nuestra cultura y nuestra manera de hablar, There's a lot of things that I could say right now. What I can say is that I really feel proud about my people, about my country, about my culture, and about how they be resistant and people that did it before, people who inspire the new generation to keep fighting and keep cuidando, preservando lo que somos. Lo que somos como pueblo, como cultura, como todo. There's a lot of other things that I could say about the influence, because obviously we have this puente, this bridge, I don't know, or this link with the people who go to the States, and podemos conectar como que con este intercambio de cosas. Qué sé yo, si tú te vas para los 2000, siempre había un primo tuyo que se iba para allá y traía los discos de lo que estaba pasando en Nueva York, de lo que estaba pasando en Orlando, Chicago, y lo traía para acá. Entonces, sin duda alguna, yo pienso que eso, y estoy hablando una mierda cabrona, no sé si así es la historia, pero siento que eso nos dio como que una ventaja en cuestión de sonido, yéndonos por lo musical también, en en conectar la calle de aquí con de momento los puertorriqueños que se iban para allá y rápido también conectaban con la calle de allá y todos los latinos se reunían y crearon cosas mágicas. Y entonces de momento venían para acá, para la isla, y es como que, mira, esto está pasando y se combina con lo que estaba pasando acá. Y yo creo que de ahí también salieron un montón de cosas musicalmente buenas. Y me gusta que me puse a hablar de lo musical porque al final pues la música siempre va a ser algo positivo dentro de cosas que no son tan positivas. Yo creo que la música siempre va a ser algo que va a unir al mundo y que nos va y nos da esperanza de.
When you played this new music to your family for the first time, to your parents for the first time, and it had all this beautiful influence.
Yeah, there's a song that I talk about how they met each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
Based on the story they told you.
Yeah, it's the last song of the project. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. You spoke to your parents. You speak to other members of your family. Did you look for stories and things to ultimately translate into this album?
So I'm gonna tell you, I did it for the first time. Not for the first time, but a long time. I did it again this year, and it felt good because I said, "Fuck, I don't talk to my family enough. I maybe don't know them enough."
I should take more photos.
Yes, yes. Like a basic question to my dad, like, what was your dream when you was a kid? ¿Qué tú querías ser cuando grande? Como que that type of question, basic question, and yo me enteré de un montón de cosas. I learned a lot of new things from my parents, from my grandparents also, and it was very natural. It was like a day that we start to talk, and it wasn't me trying to find things, or it was like a very natural conversation.
Was it emotional?
It was. To me, it was, because I learned great things that I said, what the fuck? I didn't know that. I didn't know that great stories about my family, about my grandpa, my grandmother, and it was very special and very inspiring. That's part of the concept. I'm glad that you said that. Like, I should take more pictures, because that means is more than just a picture. It's more like about the moment, about the history. Like, debí haber hecho más preguntas, debí haber expresado más mis sentimientos, debí haberte conocido mejor. A veces personas llegan a tu vida y se van y tú no los conociste lo suficiente y es como que de eso se trata la vida, como que no dejar las cosas a media o no dar las cosas un poquito, si lo vas a dar a lo completo.
I want to talk about some of the artists that you work with on the record. One of the things I love about your music is that you are always searching for new artists to inspire you. So who did you work with on this record that we've never heard of, or I've never heard of?
Pues tengo una canción con un grupo que se llama Chewy. They are like a group from Puerto Rico, and to me, I'm a big fan of them. They really, really make great music. They have like a very different and unique sound. They combine like Caribbean instrument and Caribbean sound with like a something new, and I just love them. The songs, the lyrics is very refreshing. Also, so si no lo has escuchado, if you haven't listened yet, you should. They should. They from here. They're young. Tengo tema con hasta están los pleneros de la cresta. There's a plena group. It's like a rhythm from Puerto Rico, and I think that they're being very special in this project. because we've been doing a lot of things. And I really, you know, what was my favorite part about to collaborate with all these artists that I'm telling you is no matter how far, big, whatever I could be, obviously, I know a lot of big artists and superstars, and I feel happy that I connect more with these people. That I really feel more connected, and I really feel more, me identifico más cuando los conozco. Digo, diablo, qué gente más brutal, como que aquí como que yo me siento bien aquí. I feel good, I feel comfortable, I feel free, I feel happy in this environment, in this place, with these artists, with these people, with their friend, with the group. There's no,
You don't have to try.
yeah. And to me, it's hard to make friends no matter what. It was hard in high school. So, para mí siempre ha sido difícil hacer amigos. Yo por eso siempre he tenido los mismos amigos desde que soy chamaco, como que, y no es que soy antisocial de una manera como que, no, esto es un huele. Es que a veces se me hace difícil entrar. Tengo muchas manías bien raras de chamaquito. I have like a, it's hard to me sometimes to, even to say hi. Not because I'm a, it's, cabrón, a veces no me atrevo a decir ni hola.
Because you're shy?
Yeah.
Is that what ultimately you were presenting yourself to some degree in a hidden environment when you first came out? You were masked up. Was that out of shyness?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Most of the time, que yo me, exacto, que yo me es por eso. It's because I'm a shy person. Y soy un loco la misma vez. No sé. It's a real mix.
It's so funny though, isn't it? Because when you sort of decide that you're going to come out and present yourself and you're masked because you're shy, it draws more attention to you because people want to pull the mask down and see who you really are. So you've sort of, I suppose you have to at some point take the mask off, otherwise people are always going to be more fascinated in a strange way.
The other day that I went to this concert that I went crazy, I was about to wear a mask.
I love to see that.
And then I said, cabrón, qué carajo, que me voy a poner yo una cabrona máscara. Como que, ¿cuál es la diferencia?
I don't want to go out. I don't want to.
Yeah, what is the difference with the mask, without mask? People know that is me. So
And they loved it. Everyone loved it.
yeah, that is one of my best day of my life. It was very, 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 very special.
Did it feel like something changed that night? That you've got a sense of freedom that perhaps you haven't felt before, where it was like, I don't have to necessarily be beholden or trapped by my own success or fame or whatever you want to call it.
Definitely, I felt something different that night. I felt free. People that was around me, especially people from here. Like the most people that was, it was people from other places that came here for the concert. You know, few people from Spain, few people from USA, Colombia, Venezuela. People from here, they were like very, diablo, este cabrón está aquí vacilando con nosotros, vamos a vacilar nosotros también. There's a long story behind that night. But Residente, when it was Calle 13, he had a concert here back in 2014. And I bought the tickets to go. I was in college. I was 20. I was 20. I was 20. And I was going to this concert with two friends. One of them, it was like the craziest Calle 13 fan ever. And he left. He went to the United States like a week before the concert. And we was like, what the fuck? He went without say anything. And
He just disappeared.
yeah. And I sold the tickets. I didn't want to go anymore. So I sold the tickets, and I sold it to one of my best friend right now, but I didn't know him at all on that time. So he went to that concert because of me. like technically. And yo siempre me quedé con las ganas, como que cuando después vi when I saw the pictures and the videos from that concert that was epic, I was like, fuck. I was sad about that I sold those tickets.
But you got a friendship out of it.
Yes. And now I was on that concert with one of the guys that I was going that
To go
time,
with, yeah.
and with the guy that I sold the tickets on
Beautiful.
that time.
Beautiful.
And it felt like como que le puse un check mark, como si yo hubiera ido a aquel concierto en el 2014. Like I went to the
Full circle.
Yeah. And
This is a whole theme of this record, it seems to me, which is that life is catching up to your success. That when you were 20 years old and miserable, that you wanted to be where you were a year or two ago, that you wanted to run and see the world and chase it down, right? But ultimately, you want life to catch up to you, and so it can be one big experience.
yeah.
And it feels to me like what we're talking about, the whole theme here is that you're now able to incorporate the life you want into the life you've made, right? The success you have.
Se siente así. Se siente así. Y it's beautiful how life, como da todo, no sé cómo decirlo. There's things that you don't understand at the time, but then las respuestas llegan sola. Like with the time you're going to receive those answers.
Well, I have a tough question for you on behalf of the good people of Europe, which is that, you've toured faithfully these albums. There are parts of the world that are still waiting for this modern Bad Bunny experience. Unless I'm wrong, you haven't really done a proper tour outside of the Americas for a long time, and I can't even think of a proper tour in Europe that you've done. So what's been keeping you from traveling further afield on these tours? And I know quarantine and COVID being one of those elements, but are you ready to do a world tour?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really want to go around the world because I know. No sé por qué. Yo sé que el mundo está esperando. The world is waiting. Like, I know that Spain is been waiting for me.
I feel like fans are ready, especially with this album.
And you know the funniest part?
I'm doing my bit for the world right now, trying to encourage you.
I'm not going yet.
I've failed.
We're making plans to go, but it's not gonna be this year.
Can I ask you why it's taken you some time to get past the Americas?
Realmente, los tiempos míos con los tiempos de los venues de allá, con mis proyectos, es una combinación de muchas cosas que me han hecho decir, pues no podemos ir, vamos después, que después se ha quedado ahí. But definitely I wanted to go. I wanna. It's crazy when you think that I haven't performed any of my songs. Like, Yo hago lo que me la gana, Un verano sin ti, Daquiti, El último tour.
And I feel this album is so beautifully created to present this deep and rich musical history that you put through this beautiful modern filter.
And I agree.
So tastefully done and so ready to put on the biggest stages around the world.
I agree, and we're gonna do it. I promise that I'm going very soon. We're trying to finally go to Europe and
And other parts of the world.
yeah.
Thank you for answering that question. I know fans will be happy to hear
Yeah.
that. I want to say that I think based on what you've played me and where you are in your life, this could be your biggest album.
Personally, I definitely. But yeah, I'm not looking for to compete or overpass. Un verano sin ti, esas cosas no se buscan. Como que toda mi carrera yo le trabajo sin buscar nada específico y cuando hice ese álbum yo me lo disfruté bien cabrón. Y sí, sabía que iba a ser un éxito, pero no sabía que iba a ser ese éxito. Entonces, I'm not looking for overpass Un Verano Sin Ti, or May, like, it's all about that. Like, I overpass myself and the work that I have done before, and keep having fun and keep exploring and doing things that I feel comfortable with it or that I feel happy. And definitely this album is that. Is like I keep finding myself and exploring who I am as a person and as an artist. And
Even just like performance-wise, when I hear the way you're singing on this, pushing yourself vocally, melody I felt was an addition to your rhythmic performance. Now I feel like you are melodic first. That's how it feels to me. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, and again, it's crazy because you listen to these songs. They're really crazy songs that I tried different things, different melodies. Obviously, there's a lot of Bad Bunny sound que la gente le va a gustar como que nice.
Is there a song on the album that you feel has unlocked something for you as a performer, as a vocalist?
Yeah.
The one song where you're like, wow, I went somewhere and I know I can go somewhere new now.
There's a song called Boquete. Boquete is like a hole. Definitely, I did something that I said, oh, this is something different that I can do. Also with the rhythms. Hay una que se llama Café con Ron, que la manera en que estoy ahí me gustó mucho. I like how I flowed, like on the rhythm, and I said, whoa, I wanna do this again. I wanna try more stuff like this. Definitely, there's a lot of things that I did for this project that made me think about how much or what else more I could do.
Your timing to release this album is really poignant, you know, and I think it must mean a lot to you to know that, you know, you arrived at a point in your life where being from Puerto Rico resonated with you in a much deeper way, especially some of the stuff that has been in the press, and the world gasped at that statement. And I don't even want to say it out loud. The world just gasped at it.
Yeah.
And it must have been for you nice to know that you were already in process making a body of work that was going to beautifully contradict that statement with love and pride.
That's always the goal, like bring happiness and bring joy to people, no matter what is happening around the world, no matter how fucked up we are. That's one of the reasons that I create and I make music, is I feel that there's nothing bad happening in the world and in my life when I'm creating music. I hope that people who feel that too also when they listen to my music, like, fuck, I don't know, I had a bad day today, but now I'm listening to this and I feel better. That's the goal, that's the purpose always about my project. The time and the specific time on the release is also to make families to connect when the young guys or whoever played my album, and maybe their uncles or their grandpas, they can say, oh, I know that sample, I know that stuff, this guy's doing that, like, terrible, let me show you let me show you the original.
No chance.
You know what I mean?
No chance.
That's what I want, make families to the same thing that I did this year, that I told you about, knowing my family better, knowing these stories. I wanna families, after hear this album, make them like to start conversation that they never had before, or que empiecen a discutir como que de manera buena, como que sobre la música. Siempre va a estar la música de antes mejor, la de ahora. y de momento ellos empiezan a escuchar otras cosas y los viejos empiezan a enseñarles lo que ellos escuchaban para su tiempo y por ahí sigan en un viaje que los haga compartir y acercarse más como familia. That's definitely one of my purpose of this album.